Okay, good morning and welcome to the WSJM Morning Show video live stream edition for Tuesday, May 6th. I'm Ken Lundberg and glad to have you here with us. Also glad to have in the studio this morning a couple of friends, new friends to the WSJM. Have either of you been in the WSJM studios before?
I have a while ago, probably like 5 years ago. But
Okay.
I think I was in a different studio space.
Okay.
Yeah.
You might have been over at the Coast.
I think
Our
that's what
former,
it was. That's what
our
it
former
was.
radio station, the Coast.
That's what it was.
It's now something else. But well, welcome to the WSJM studios.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Here I have Sammy Schaller and Marissa Beckman Colchess. Did I get that right?
Yep.
You just got married, so you giggle every time you hear your name. Is that right?
Yes, it's weird. I'm getting used to it still.
Colchess, and it's spelled Keultjes.
Yes, it's quite the change going from Beckman to Colchess. I'll tell you that. So I do giggle every time I hear it.
Colchess, and I'm sorry for the questions. Just tell me to stop if you want me to. Where does Colchess come from? What is that?
I believe it's Polish.
Okay.
Dutch.
Okay.
Dutch. Yeah.
All right.
I should
Good regional name. You should know more about it.
I should know
No,
more.
that's fine. Sammy and Marissa are here from the YMCA of Greater Michiana. May is National Water Safety Month. And one of your folks reached out and said, hey, May is National Water Safety Month. We should probably talk about that. And by the way, the Y, can I call it just the Y?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. The Y does a lot as far as water safety is concerned, right?
Yes, absolutely. We have so much going on all the time.
That's fantastic.
All the time.
And so we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the traditional rules of the water that you think about, but we'll also talk about some of those new rules. And spoiler alert for those on our video live stream, the phone, the smart device, that is what's changed some of the rules. Because imagine people are still playing Candy Crush even though they're at the beach.
Right.
And they're not paying attention when they should.
Yes, correct.
All right. How long have you been with the Y, each of you?
I've been with the Y 12 years.
Really?
So 12 years in April. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'll be here 3 years in September.
Okay.
Yeah.
During our show, maybe I'll ask you a little bit about how you got involved with the Y and why you like it.
Why the Y?
Oh boy, do you have a lot of Y jokes?
Do that a lot. Yes, why the Y? We tell our story a lot.
Why the Y?
Yep.
Oh, I like that. All right. So if you have any questions about the YMCA of Greater Michiana or National Water Safety Month or anything else about what's going on at the Y, they have quite a network. Can you run through? We'll do this a couple of times. Run through the network, the association of the YMCA of Greater Michiana. Who's a part of that?
We're an association. So we have the Niles Buchanan YMCA, the Benton Harbor St. Joe YMCA, the South Bend O'Brien YMCA, Downtown South Bend YMCA, Northside Child Development, which is in Niles, and then Camp Eberhart, which is in Three Rivers.
That's a huge association.
Yeah, we got a lot going on.
Yeah, I would say. All right. Do you have fun statistics? Like how many barbells do you have at all?
That's a good one, though.
No, that's good.
I mean, we have over 500 employees.
Wow.
And then in the summertime, we reach over, I think, close to 800 employees with like all of our camps and everything going on.
That's amazing. We'll talk all about that in just a moment because I think it's opening my eyes, and so we'll educate our audience on what the YMCA of Greater Michiana is all about, and we'll talk about May being National Water Safety Month. We'll talk about the etymology of Colchess, where that name came from.
I'll do some research.
Just kidding. Where did you get married?
I got married in Berrien Springs, new venue, North Lakes.
Nice.
It was great. We had about 400 people there.
Wow, 400.
We both have big families, so I
holy
should learn
mackerel!
My new family.
Holy
origin.
matrimony, Batman. Okay, we'll be back in just a moment. It's the WSJM Morning Show.
Approval. See website for details.
Honey, the credit card bill came and we're maxed out.
Maxed out cards, rent is due. We just need some extra cash to help us get by.
Maybe we should go to 27cash.com.
With our bad credit,
27cash.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000, and cash can hit our bank account as soon as tomorrow.
When you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
Good morning and welcome back to the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. 45 degrees and cloudy in Benton Harbor. St. Joseph, it's 46 and cloudy skies in South Haven, Dowagiac, New Buffalo, Buchanan, Niles, with about 45, 46 degrees throughout. The forecast for today does call for partly sunny skies. We do have a chance of showers hanging around, about 40% chance of showers. A high today of 62 degrees, chillier by the lakeshore. Tonight's forecast, partly cloudy, a low of 47 overnight. Wednesday, partly sunny, a high of 70. And Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we sprinkle in a one or two chances of showers, but it looks mostly sunny throughout that period of time, partly to mostly sunny Thursday, and then we'll clear out the clouds on Friday and Saturday with a mostly sunny day both of those days. The highs are going to be somewhere in the mid 60s to lower 70s, and by the time we turn Monday around next week, the high is supposed to be somewhere around 78 degrees. Tigers had the night off last night. They're in Colorado today to play the Rockies. The first pitch is set for 8:40 p.m. You can hear that right here on WSJM. We are your official Detroit Tigers baseball station. So listen to that. That game starts at 8:40. That's the first pitch. The pregame starts about 8:10, a little after 8:10 tonight. You can hear it here on WSJM. Also, we have guests in the studio. We'll be talking in just a moment with the YMCA of Greater Michiana because May is National Water Safety Month. We haven't had the YMCA of Greater Michiana in the studios for a while, so we'll talk to them about what that association is, where they have their outlets here regionally, and what they're doing about National Water Safety Month. We have Sammy Schaller and Marissa Beckman-Colchest. They're in the studio here to give us all the latest information on how to stay safe in the water. That's coming up in just a moment. First, we have news from the WSJM newsroom. As the federal government begins collections on student loans, Area Congressman Tim Walberg has been working on changes to the loan program, trying to reduce costs and prevent young people from getting too deep in debt. He says the House Committee on Education and Workforce has proposed changing the language around grants and loans so that they're more flexible and more clear up front.
We made it possible for students to receive Pell for short-term workforce Pell training, which is new. We also made it possible that a student's loan would never, what they pay back would never be any more than what they signed on to.
Walberg says that could be accomplished by addressing interest issues. He also tells us some caps on student loans are under consideration.
The most that anybody could ever have as a loan that would be capped for undergrad at $150,000, graduate school $200,000, and if you were in the professional school, graduate school training programs like for a medical doctor, then we would add to that another $50,000.
Walberg says under the committee's reforms, student loans could be paid back like mortgages, or the payments could be based on the graduate's income. He says minimum payments would be $10 per month, and the loans would be designed to prevent any graduate from falling behind. He says the committee has made a better student loan program that's far removed from the current model that sees some graduates owing more than they can ever possibly pay back. Other news, the deadline to get a real ID is fast approaching after years of postponing. Starting tomorrow, Wednesday, your license or identification card will, in most cases, need to be real ID compliant to fly domestically in the United States and to enter certain security facilities. The federal government has bumped back the Real ID deadline several times over the years, but not this time, and that's caused a bit of a scramble at the Michigan Secretary of State's office with a lot of customers lining up to get those enhanced licenses. To get one, you'll need a birth certificate or a passport, something Berrien County Clerk Stacy Lohr-Porter tells us her office can help you get.
We have been busy. A lot of people have been coming in to get copies of their birth certificates and their marriage licenses, which are two of the documents necessary to get your real ID at the state of Michigan Secretary of State's office.
Lohr-Porter says anyone who's changed their name as a result of getting married will need that marriage license to prove it.
We have helped over 450 entrepreneurs in 2020.
All right, Lohr-Porter says the fee, sorry, that was the wrong soundbite. The fee for a birth certificate or a marriage license is about $13. If you need more copies, there will be an additional cost. Her staff can usually get you what you need within 15 minutes, and an appointment is not necessary. Once you've got your documents, it's time to head to the Secretary of State's office to get that real ID. And finally, the Women's Business Center at Cornerstone Alliance has been recognized by the United States Small Business Administration as the 2024 Michigan Women's Business Center of Excellence. The Women's Business Center received the award during a visit from the SBA yesterday, as the administration says the center stands out for its client-centered approach and impressive outcomes. The WBC's Brandy Jaquez tells us the center is preparing to release its 2024 Impact Report, outlining some of the things it did last year to help women entrepreneurs.
We have helped over 450 entrepreneurs in 2024. We have helped 14 new businesses start. We've helped 15 entrepreneurs raise about $850,000 in capital. And what we really love about all of this is that in turn supported 328 jobs in Berrien, Cass, and Van Buren counties.
Jaquez says any women in business or those thinking about going into business can take a look at the WBC website to learn more about their available programs. There are also several events coming up to help entrepreneurs network and discuss new challenges in the marketplace. That's a look at some of the news that we're covering in the WSJM newsroom this morning. We have more to talk about. We have a whole lot to talk about this morning with our friends from the YMCA of Greater Michiana. The month of May, is National Water Safety Month, and we're talking with Sammy Schaller and Marissa Beckman-Colchess. They are here from the YMCA of Greater Michiana. We're going to talk with them this hour. We're here in the studio and on the radio and on our video live stream. Before we get into sports, we'll just say a quick hello to both Sammy and Marissa. Good morning, and thank you for coming into the studio. Make friends with the microphone. Get up,
Good morning.
up
Good
close
morning.
and personal. Good morning. Thank you for joining us today. We talked on the video live stream a moment ago, and if I'm correct, Sammy, you've been with the YMCA of Greater Michiana for 12 years.
Correct.
And Marissa, you've been for 3 years.
Yep.
Is that right? Boy, you're just a youngster with it.
I am.
3
I am.
years.
It sucked me in though. It's good.
Each of you, why the why?
Oh man, my days go way back when I was in high school, and I started kind of working with the Y, part time and everything. And when I was in high school, and then when I went off to college, they offered me a job as I came back, and several different job role changes since then. But the Y is about community, and I think that's the biggest why for me is giving back to the community.
I love that.
Yeah.
How about you, Marissa?
Yeah, I grew up as a Y kid. So I grew up playing basketball and learning how to swim at the Y at a young age. And actually, Andre, the swim instructor that taught me how to swim in second grade, is still at the Y to this day. And I get to help market for him and be there for him. So again, like Sammy said, just community based. I was in corporate world before this in marketing, which for mortgages and auto loans is just kind of boring. So I got sucked into the Y, and it just, it's a great place to be, and it's more impactful. So I'm able to help market for programs like swim lessons and youth basketball leagues and youth soccer leagues. So it's a lot more fun.
Well, you can float loans and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
That's just like floating in a swimming pool. No.
Yeah, right.
No, thank you for sharing that. We're going to learn all about what the YMCA of Greater Michiana is. We'll talk again about their different outlets around the region. They have a number of them, including right here in St. Joseph, Benton Harbor. So we'll talk about that. That's coming up on the video live stream. We'll start that conversation now and continue it on the radio in just a couple of minutes after sports. It's the WSJM Morning Show.
Monday in baseball, the Cubs.
Okay, back on the video live stream. Welcome again. Thanks for joining us. And so, Sammy, tell us what is your role at the YMCA? What's your official title?
My official title is I'm the executive director for the South Bend YMCA.
Okay.
So, but with that, I also oversee all of our aquatics departments.
Okay.
And so, which we have pools at our Benton Harbor St. Joe location, our Niles Buchanan YMCA, the downtown South Bend location. Those are all of our locations with pools. At Camp Eberhart, they have a open water where we certify those guards there too. So, and we do a lot more with water safety, with water outside of our four walls as well.
Okay. What do you like, for instance?
For example, we'll send guards to anywhere that needs a guard.
Okay.
So like a rental, they can rent our guards. We show up to do swim lessons. So kind of like backyard swim lessons is what we call them.
Yeah.
We help out certain camps with swim lessons. So we can send our staff that's certified out into the community to help their need.
I don't think there's any more substantial rite of passage as a young person than learning to swim. I mean, there's riding a bike, there's learning to swim, and don't burn yourself on the stove. Those are the three things I think of.
Absolutely.
What day to day outside of the swim lessons and the swim rules and safety, water safety, which we'll talk about at length here? What is your role day to day as an executive director?
So I run our branch in the downtown South Bend location.
Yeah. So what does that entail? What do you do? Give us the dirt.
A little bit of everything. You just never know. Every single day is something else. So right now our pools are under renovation. So it's kind of helping making sure we're on target to get those pools open in a fast time, but in a safe way where they're fixed properly. So it's maybe talking with members that maybe are upset. It's maybe helping, with a fight that happened in a gym and having to de-escalate that a little bit, or having, checking in on staff, making sure staff is all good and everyone's set and prepared for everything.
So doing pool restoration in the South Bend?
Yes.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. And so we're very close. And so we have 3 pools there. We have a therapy pool, a 4-lane lap pool, and a whirlpool.
Okay.
Hot tub, some people call it. And so we just redid all of them. We've redid the liners and then we redid the floors. And so we are very close to reopening those pools.
That's awesome.
Very excited.
When you say close, probably next few weeks?
I would say a couple weeks. Yep.
Couple weeks.
There was a couple leaks that we found.
Okay.
They were leaking before. And so we're kind of at the point where if we can maintain the leaks properly, that we're going to be okay.
Okay.
And so we're just kind of going through the thick of that right now.
Yeah. I mean, so those are in operation year round when
correct.
When they're working. That's a lot.
Correct.
How many gallons of water?
Oh my gosh. Not that question. People ask me
I've got homework for you both. I want to know how many barbells there are at all the Ys, and I want to know how many gallons of water across all the Ys as well. No, Sammy Schaller and Marissa Beckman-Colchess are our guests this morning, and Marissa, I'll put you on the hot seat here in a few minutes as well. Well, why don't we do it right now? What's your role?
Yeah, I'm the marketing director for the association. So I get to work with everybody, and so it's fun.
Fantastic. So what's your favorite part about marketing?
Oh, this right here. Going out into the community, meeting new people, just talking with other community leaders. It's so much fun being able to go talk about the Y and connect with new people. So I would say this right here, and working with all the program teams and hearing their stories, because they are the ones that are connecting with the members and the participants. So coming and getting to hear their story and then being able to share their story out is one of the greatest things.
Okay, we'll do that right now here on the WSJM Morning Show. We'll be right back.
Partly cloudy and 47 overnight tonight. And tomorrow we're back to some sunshine. High temperatures getting back up near 70. We will be back in the mid-60s for highs on Thursday and Friday. I'm Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
Thank you so much for joining us on the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. It's 46 degrees and cloudy in Benton Harbor right now, 47 and cloudy in St. Joseph, 46 and cloudy in South Haven. Dowagiac is reporting 46 degrees as well, as is Niles and Buchanan and Eau Claire. And we do have, as Carrie Peugeot mentioned, some sunshine on the way. But right now, it's perfect swimming weather anytime you go to the YMCA of Greater Michiana. May is National Water Safety Month, and we have a couple of representatives from the YMCA of Greater Michiana here in the studio right now. Sammy Schaller is here. She's the executive director down for the South Bend operations, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff that she does. And Marissa Beckman-Colchess is freshly married and is going to have to get a new real ID soon with her married name.
Yes, I've been putting it off.
Tomorrow is the day.
Yes.
There we go.
You cannot put it off any longer. No, we're talking about the YMCA of Greater Michiana because May, the month of May, is National Water Safety Month, a great time to remind people about water safety, why it's important. Well, it's kind of life or death when you have to worry about that. But some of the new rules that apply when you're around water, new rules, who to thunk, and they have to do with your smart device. So we'll talk about that in just a few moments. But I thought, Sammy, that it would be a good idea to refresh people on exactly what the YMCA is, the YMCA of Greater Michiana, where they're represented, and what people can get there. So let's start off just a baseline. YMCA, what is it?
Yep. So our reach is the Niles Buchanan YMCA, the Benton Harbor St. Joe Y, the downtown South Bend branch, the O'Brien YMCA, Camp Eberhart, and then Northside Child Development. So
it's not just a place where you go and play basketball. It's a lot more.
whole lot more.
What is
we
it?
got stuff. I mean, we have healthy living, so we have fitness classes going on, personal training, we have corporate wellness, we have the aquatics where there's all sorts of different kinds of swim lessons, group lessons, private lessons, semi-private. We have swim teams, competitive swim teams.
Wow.
We have child watch, child care. I'm missing a whole lot, I'm sure, but there's so much that we have going on all the time.
That's good because we have your marketing person here as well.
Yeah, there we go.
Marissa, fill in the blanks.
Yeah, we've got preschool.
there
I
you
think
go.
a really cool thing, and Tammy mentioned, is child watch. So if you have a household membership, that you have free child watch for up to 3 hours. So you can drop your kids off in the child watch area. They are having fun, making friends, playing with, protective care, licensed care. So then you can go and you can have, your stress-free moment time. You can go to the gym, you can work out, you can go in the sauna, you take a shower by yourself and have people interrupting you. You can go for a swim.
People with children know what that's like.
Yes. So, I mean, there's so many great things. And I think another big thing is free group fitness classes. So if you're a member, you have free fitness classes, and we have a variety of schedules. You also have a nationwide membership. So if you're a member with the YMCA of Greater Michiana and you're going to Florida for the winter, you can use Florida YMCA, or if you're traveling wherever. So
there's reciprocity nationwide.
Yes. Yep. So that's a great feature that I feel like a lot of people don't know about, because there's YMCAs everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to find one wherever you go. So that's a great
That's a huge benefit. So membership, I mean, I think I know the answer to this, but what age is right for a YMCA membership?
We serve members from infant all the way till seniors, or seniors, and we offer something for literally everybody. So we have infant and toddler childcare at a few of our locations, and then we have enhanced fitness classes for our seniors so that they are able to come and get their daily activity in, or even just their daily socialization. So I think that's very important for our seniors too, just to have that interaction every single day.
Do you have any wow factors of like how many people are members of the Y in our region?
Yeah, we have over 20,000 members in total across the association. So it's really great. Again, different ages throughout.
20,000.
Yeah.
That's great. That's a lot of facilities. And you mentioned that you've got how many people working with the YMCA?
We have
in
right
Greater
now
Michiana?
over 500. In the summertime, we hit well over around 700 or 800 with all of our summer camps and day camps kind of going on in the summertime.
Okay. One of the big things that people think about when they think about the YMCA is the swimming. You mentioned that already. And May is National Water Safety Month. And that's primarily the reason that you're here today, is to talk about National Water Safety Month. So lay it on, from an overhead view, lay it on us. What do you want people to know about water safety?
First off, they make a whole month of it because drowning is like the top 5 accidental death for youth, especially.
Yeah.
And it's preventable. And that's why it's so important to get this out there to everyone. Swimming's not a thing that you just know how to do. You have to learn that skill. And so we are very fortunate where we have some really amazing instructors that can help teach that. And from anywhere from infant to adults, we have many adults that come in that just never learned to swim, and we can break that barrier and break that fear down for them and get them comfortable in the water and teach them how to swim.
Yeah. What do you think the biggest hurdle is for most people who have chosen not to learn how to swim?
I would say probably half of the people, it's financial. It costs some money to do swim lessons, which the Y can help with that because we do have scholarships. But I would say the other part is just being fearful of the unknown. And, they just never have maybe been around a body of water, whether it's a pool, whether it's open water, and they just aren't comfortable. And so that's being confident in the water. And we can also help break that down too.
Yeah. Do you do lifeguard training?
Yes, we do.
At the Y? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So I would say we have altogether around 70 lifeguards.
Wow.
So yeah, that's great. And
have you thought about renting some out to South Haven? They have a lifeguard issue right now.
Well, they just need to get in contact with us so we can see what we can do.
All right.
But no, lifeguarding is a great skill to have, especially for youngsters, so they can get their lifeguarding certification at 15 years old. We have LGIs, which are lifeguard instructors. We have about 5 or 6 of them on staff, so we can certify lifeguards at any time. And it's a skill that we tell them that you go off to college, use that then. We have a lot of adult lifeguards too that have just been a lifeguard for over 20 something years and just keep up with it. We do their recertification, we do in-services, so their skills stay fresh. Luckily, they don't have to use their skills all the time. Because a lot of lifeguarding is being preventative of making sure they're doing what they're supposed to do in the water. That's really what lifeguarding is not so much saving lives. They're ready to do that, but it's preventative of making sure they're following the rules correctly and they're understanding what to do and what not to do in the water.
Yeah. Don't run. Don't hold your friend under the water for 5 minutes because you think it's funny, that kind of thing.
Right.
But you have, because it's National Water Safety Month, you have some kind of rules of the road. And one of these is a new rule, relatively new rule. Let's talk about this.
So actually YUSA, which is like the National YMCA, they just rolled out kind of a new initiative, phones down, eyes up.
Phones down, eyes up.
Yep. So basically saying, I think we can all say that how many times we're on our phones throughout the day. We get distracted by our phones of whatever's going on. But they're saying that it's one of the leading causes of distractions for adults with youth around.
Yeah.
And so they said 88% of children drownings occur when at least one adult is present.
Wow.
And so it's just like letting that sink in for a second. You're just like, oh, like that could have been preventative if they were paying attention. So when your kids are in the water, when your neighborhood kids are in the water, when you're around youth, put the phones down, put it on do not disturb, put it away, pay attention what's going on.
Yeah. I think that bears repeating. The slogan again, phones down, eyes up while you're at the pool or the waterfront. Because, I mean, you can get involved in whether it's social media, your Candy Crush game or whatever like that. You can just get sucked into that and minutes can fly by. And 2 minutes flying by when there's somebody underwater or in distress in the water. That's forever.
A lot of drownings are actually what they call passive drownings. So meaning when someone goes underwater, you're not going to hear it. A lot of times people think, you see on movies and shows that, oh, hey, help, 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 their hands. And that will help. That does happen sometimes. That's more so someone that is not drowning. They're just, they're scared. When someone's actually drowning, they're going to go under the water and sometimes pretty silently. And then they might just be floating there and you're going to have no clue because you're not going to hear it. So that's why they're saying phones down, eyes up, pay attention of what's going on.
Phones down, eyes up when you're at the pool or the waterfront. That makes a lot of sense. What else do you have for us with rules of the water?
Basically, they were always saying make someone a water watcher. So designate someone. So not just like, okay, hey, we're going to go watch the kids. Hey, I'm stepping away. Can you make sure you're going to watch them, keep eyes on the pool while I go use the restroom or check on the food or whatever's going on. So actually making sure someone is left in charge. They know they're in charge and paying attention.
An active watcher. Don't just pass it off and assume they think they know what they're doing. Okay. I like that. I like that. What else? What other water safety tips do we have?
Water safety tips. What other ones? Always just being aware of your surroundings. So kind of checking the area before you swim. So especially say like open water. So like, we have beaches everywhere around here. So when you go, kind of knowing what you're going into, what's the weather like for the day? Are there red flags? Are there yellow flags? They're going to post those flags, each morning at the beaches. You'll know if the big waves, if there's, be aware that currents can happen at any time. Currents can suck people in and all of a sudden you thought you were swimming right in front of it and then you're down there farther away. It's because that current took you. And so just kind of being aware of that, knowing your surroundings at the beach when you're there.
Love that. I especially like the phones down, eyes up, appointing an active watcher to make sure somebody's always keeping an eye on the kids when they're in the water, and then knowing your conditions, especially on open water before you go in. We have more about National Water Safety Month coming up in just a few moments. We're talking with Sammy Schaller and Marissa Beckman-Kolchas. They are from the YMCA of Greater Michiana. We'll be back with more on the WSJM Morning Show in just a couple of minutes. We've got some news. Our financial news from Bloomberg is next. ABC World and National News, our local news. We'll tell you what's coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. All that and more right here on the WSJM Morning Show. We'll continue the conversation right now on the video live stream. Okay, back on the video. How are we doing?
Good.
Are we doing all right?
Doing great.
Okay. Very good. I like to hear that. So we can talk more about water safety in just a moment. I have a question. So I have 3 sons, and one of them has discovered surfing.
Oh,
yeah. So
cool.
It's very cool. He likes to go out. He wants to go out all the time. He wants to go out by himself on Lake Michigan. I forbid that.
I can't blame you. I can't blame you.
I mean, is that a rule? Can I say that's a rule?
I would say that's a rule.
Okay.
Yep.
He's got to have a buddy system going on.
Absolutely.
Okay, because either he's surfing with somebody else or he's got somebody on the shoreline who knows what to do if somebody gets in. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
I am now justified.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
You're good.
Sammy and Marissa, what do you do for fun when you're not at the Y?
Well, I'm in a golf league and I start tonight.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Have you golfed before?
I have golfed before.
Okay.
I'm not the best.
What's your
but-
handicap?
Oh, I don't know yet. I'll let you know. It could be a lot.
It's the clubs. They're heavy. Okay.
Yeah.
No. That's
It's
fun.
First time in a golf league. So
Where are you in a
it's
golf league?
Just in Plym Park in Niles.
Okay.
And so where I live. So yeah, that should be fun and interesting experience for the
That's
summer.
great.
Yeah.
Now, do you use left-handed or right-handed golf balls? Because I feel like the left-handed golf balls go farther. I'm just kidding. I'm totally. She was buying into it.
I didn't know that was a thing. I knew there's left and right-handed clubs, but not golf balls.
I have sons.
Got it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
No, and they're split up. I mean, because 2 of us are right-handed primarily, and 2 of us are left-handed.
Okay.
And so they're going to go for the left-handed clubs. It's like,
Yeah.
let's do a joke about the left-handed golf balls.
Yeah, that's
That was
hilarious.
Sorry. So you golf.
Yeah.
How many years have you been golfing?
I mean, it's been mainly just for fun.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm actually going to take a little bit serious.
It is
this year
fun.
and see if I can, expand my game and
Yeah, why
learn a
not?
little bit more and get better. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
How about you, Marissa? What do you do?
Actually, my husband and I just joined a couples golf league. Also,
Wow.
It's every other Friday, so
Okay.
it'll be fun. I haven't golfed for very long, maybe 2 or 3 years. Again, not very good.
Okay.
But Sammy and I golfed last year,
Yeah.
and we have an annual golf classic for the YMCA, which supports our Live Strong program, which is a 12-week free program for cancer survivors.
Oh,
So we raise funds to for that through our golf outing. But
that's fun.
yeah, so we're getting into golf, and I don't know, it's fun. It's nice to be outside.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's so hard. It's frustrating because I want to be good,
Right.
but it's so inconsistent too. So
Yeah.
but
The thing I like about golf, I think one of the things I appreciate about golf the most is it's really a game against yourself.
Right.
Is if I can be in the right mindset and I can do what I know I'm supposed to be doing consistently, then I have a great experience.
Yep.
If I start thinking about other stuff, then I top the ball, and that's the most
Right.
embarrassing
Right.
thing ever.
Yes.
So
Right.
it pays to focus. The other thing is, for me, it's just relaxing because many times throughout my life, I've just had the opportunity to live near a driving range,
Mhm.
and it's like just go out to the driving range, hit a
Yeah.
bucket of balls. I don't have to go on the whole course,
Right.
and that nobody's keeping track
Right.
except for the guy who's collecting the golf balls, and
Right.
Mhm.
you know,
Right.
that's about it.
Mhm.
So anyway, that's fun. Have either of you been down to that apothecary, the tea place in Niles?
No, but I want to.
You should go.
I've been there once.
Okay.
Yep. A great experience.
Did you have the clotted cream?
No, I did not.
Okay. The clotted cream is really good.
All
It
right, I'm gonna have to
sounds
go back.
gross, but it's really good.
Okay.
Do you know what clotted cream is?
I do not.
It's,
I'm glad you're going to explain it because the name itself, I'm like,
yeah, it sounds horrible. It sounds like a cottage cheese that went bad.
Yeah, it does.
right.
But no, clotted cream, I won't explain it well, but it's like a butter type thing that's been baked and rebaked, or I don't know what. Yeah, it's just like this, and it's sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's super sweet and it's super good. It's just like putting butter on a whole bunch of butter that has a sweetener in it.
Okay.
You had me at butter.
Yep.
Yeah,
We all love butter.
it's really good. Yes, yeah, and mayonnaise, but
Oh yeah,
Probably not.
I'm a big mayo advocate.
Really?
I'll tell you that. Yes,
Oh.
I like to dip my fries in mayo.
Yeah,
And
what's wrong with that?
I know people are like that's disgusting. I love it. Pepper, good to go.
I have to tell you, and then we have to get back to the show, but I was at Martin's a few years back, and I was shopping, and for one of the things I needed was mayonnaise. I was getting out of mayonnaise, and so I'm looking and I'm doing price checks, and I find my favorite mayonnaise, and I look at the shelf, and there's the regular size mayonnaise, and it's for such and such a amount of money, and then I look below it, the larger size. For a better deal. I look at the per ounce or whatever it is, better deal. So I go down and I reach for that one. Well, there's a guy behind me says, "Oh yeah, going for the big boy." I'm like, who are you? I don't know who you are. Why are you mayo shaming me?
Yeah, really.
Going for the big boy.
That's awesome.
Oh gosh.
So I can't have mayonnaise without thinking of that guy.
Right.
Yes, right. Humble ya.
Yeah, but mayonnaise is good. All right, we'll be back in a moment. We're talking with Sammy Schaller and Marissa Beckman Colchest. We'll be back in a moment to talk more about water safety and the why on WSJM.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
You never know what you're going to miss on the WSJM Morning Show, especially when we get talking about mayonnaise, which we were talking about that just a moment ago. You'll have to go back and watch the video archive to find out what I'm talking about. It's 47 degrees in Benton Harbor right now, 47 in St. Joseph, 46 in South Haven. Cloudy skies, and the forecast for today does call for a partly sunny day. Only a 40% chance of showers, but maybe we'll get that good sunshine like we had yesterday. In the sun, it felt good. In the shade, a little bit chilly yesterday. Today, we'll have a high somewhere around 62 degrees, maybe a little bit colder by the lakeshore. Northwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight's forecast, partly cloudy, low around 47, and light winds out of the northwest. Wednesday, tomorrow, we're looking at partly sunny, a high around 70. We have more coming up from the YMCA of Greater Michiana in just a moment. It's the WSJM Morning Show. Right now, our world and national news brief.
ABC News, I'm Stephanie Officer. A U.S. brokered peace agreement between Ukraine and Russia is appearing less and less likely as time goes by.
That's talking to both sides of this conflict. The White House's patience, which President Trump signaled again, is rapidly running out. So the pressure is going to be on in the coming days to show any sign of progress if this peace process is going to have a chance.
Dangerous moments for flights in and out of Newark Liberty Airport last week when air traffic controllers stared at black screens. Since then, many ATCs have walked off the job.
343, I am going to move you here because I just got told that the approach lost all their radars. 3 of their 4 radar screens went black, and they have no frequency. 2343, whoever everyone else is on frequency. I guess this is a serious issue because I have one more arrival, and now I have nobody else coming inbound.
The outage lasted roughly 60 to 90 seconds. This is ABC News.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
7:38, the WSJM Morning Show continues. I'm Ken Lundberg. Good morning. Some of the news stories that we'll have at 8 o'clock this morning. The city of Benton Harbor will soon allow a new kind of liquor license for dining establishments in downtown in the Arts District. At their regular meeting last night, city commissioners discussed the proposed Downtown Development District liquor license policy that would enable businesses investing in the downtown to apply for special licenses. We'll tell you about why they're special. That's coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. The South Haven City Council heard an earful last night from unhappy residents. They're concerned about the ongoing search for a new police chief. At last night's regular meeting of the council, several residents spoke about the recent hiring and then resignation of former police chief Dennis Honholt. Many urged the council to hire somebody locally, and they have a specific person in mind. We'll tell you about that at 8 o'clock. And then also a candidate for State House has thrown their hat into the ring. They're planning to run against Republican State Representative Brad Paquette in Michigan's 37th State House District. We'll give you more information on those stories and more coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. We're going to get sports with Dave Wolf. That's coming up after a look at state news right here on the WSJM Morning Show.
The Michigan News Network.
I'm Beth Fisher.
Okay, back on the video live stream. Good morning and welcome back. I'm Ken Lundberg. Here with me is Sammy Schaller. She's the executive director for the South Bend operation of the YMCA of Greater Michiana. And Marissa Beckman Colchest, she is, marketing director?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for the YMCA regionally?
Yes.
That's a fun job. Do you get around to all the different Ys?
Yes, that's one of my favorite parts too, is I get to travel to each of the facilities and talk with everybody. And
Yeah.
it depends on where my office is going to be for the day too. So, and in the summer we have Camp Eberhart. So that's my favorite office in the summer, going to sit over by on the shoreline of Corey Lake. So
Wow.
it's great. Yeah,
Do they have
it's
fishing there?
Yeah, we have a fishing program there. Yeah.
Okay. What kind of fish?
Oh, I'm going to tell you that.
If you hear anyone talking about largemouth bass, you tell me.
Okay. We'll do.
Because those are fun to fish for.
Okay.
They're fighters.
Okay.
Fighters in the water.
You like the challenge.
Take my word for it. All right. Let's see. A couple of things. The how to get involved. I want to make sure that we tell people a couple of times how to get involved with the YMCA of Greater Michiana. What do you need and how do they get involved?
We have volunteer opportunities throughout the entire year that we're always looking for, whether it's for an event or helping out with just the facilities. So you can go into any YMCA branch and fill out a volunteer application.
Okay.
Or you can visit ymcagm.org/volunteers, and it's on our website.
YMCA GM for Greater Michiana, ymcagm.org. And you can find the volunteer opportunities. Is there a waiting list to get in at the Y?
Nope.
To join?
For memberships?
Yeah.
No.
Sweet.
We'll sign you up today.
You can sign up online
Yeah.
in the branch. Make it easy for you.
Can I ask how much is it?
We have different rates. It all varies,
Okay.
depending on, if it's just a single youth, if it's an adult, young adult, couple, household. So they are a little different, each of the facilities, depending on what amenities we offer. Not all of our facilities have pools, so that we have to take into consideration. So,
Okay.
but you can find all of that information, what branch that you're interested in on that website, and it can take you there, all the information of what we have in each of the facilities, what the cost is. We do also have financial assistance that people can apply for. And that's just some paperwork you have to come in and fill. You do have to come in the branch for that to fill that out.
Okay. Most surprising thing since joining the YMCA?
Oh, gosh. Stevie might be better at this.
Most surprising thing.
Most surprising thing.
I don't know, like what some people
You don't have to censor it. We're on the video live stream.
What some people just like think they can do in the gyms. They think it's like okay to fight, and the language they use sometimes. And so
oh dear,
we have a good handle on it, but it's just like it kind of is just like, wow, like why do you think that's okay? Or just hearing how some people may talk to others. You're just like, well, that's
There's
a little
just
surprising.
some intense basketball.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
I would say would come from. But also, I would say the grunters in the
Oh.
gym.
Oh, that's a good one.
One of my offices in the Niles branch is right outside the weight room area.
Oh,
so the
no.
guys that think they're the Hulk, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, that is, how do you not hear yourself?
Right.
It sounds crazy.
Right.
But I mean, they're getting the workout in, so I can't judge them.
You can't put up
it's a
signs,
judge-free zone.
about the little Hulk and then put a little X through it.
I should.
No hulking, please.
Right.
People at work.
Yeah.
No.
So
That's fun.
it's funny.
That was a great service and great operation. I know my sons enjoy the Y quite a bit. And I think, is it the Niles one that has the overhead running thing?
Mhm. Yep,
Yeah.
the
So,
track.
so I've ran on the indoor track. That's a great innovation especially for Southwest Michigan winters. When we get snow. Sometimes we get snow.
Yep.
Water safety, it's National Water Safety Month for the month of May. And the YMCA of Greater Michiana is sharing some messages about preventing tragedy. Some of those stories that we hear that have helped because of education. You had one you wanted to share about something a young man learned.
Yeah, one of our lifeguards, they were telling me just so casually because it's their everyday. So they didn't really think anything of it at first, but like that's such a great story. But a parent came up to them and thanked them because they were on vacation recently. They were walking somewhere and their son fell into a pond that was deep enough, but the mom could not swim. She didn't know how to swim.
Oh.
But the son knew how to flip onto his back
And float. Yeah.
float. So
Okay.
she was able to grab him and pull him out there. But she knew that her son learned this at the YMCA. So she came back from vacation, and when they went to swim lessons, she thanked the lifeguard over and over again, like, thank you. You saved my son's life, basically, because I can't swim, and it was just them two. She had no one else around. So and the lifeguard was kind of telling me this, she's like, yeah, so that was pretty cool. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. What do you mean? So it's just cool because that's their everyday, and they get to hear those things all the time that it's just such a cool opportunity for people.
That really is. Thank you for sharing that. And the flipping on the back and floating, the back float.
Yeah.
That's an important part.
That's an important skill to know. It's a safety skill that we teach in our swim lessons. And it's more so important in an open body of water, because if you do find yourself, maybe the current took you, or you're in a situation where you're not a strong swimmer, or maybe you're exhausted from the day, maybe you've been out in the sun all day, you just ate a bunch of food, who knows the reasons why.
Yeah.
But if you're getting tired, it's so easy just to kind of go under, but flipping over on your back and putting your head back and being able to stay calm is a skill that we teach of how to be able to essentially save your life when you get in a situation like that.
Yeah, that's amazing. I asked earlier about the lifeguard training that you provide. And one of the things I remember, because I took swim lessons and lifeguard training at an early age. I did not become a lifeguard. Let's be clear. No stolen valor there. But I did understand that part of the lifeguard certification would require that you'd have to tread water for an hour.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
Yeah.
It's not that
It's not that intense anymore? Okay.
The lifeguard certification course is around like 20 plus hours. I think it's around 27 hours.
Okay.
It does include some online videos that you have to watch, but you don't do it all within a couple days. We space it out a little bit. We break it up, learning certain skills, making sure, giving the potential new lifeguards time to practice those skills,
That makes sense.
master those. The whole purpose is not to fail anyone as a lifeguard, but to teach them these skills. So when it comes to a situation, they know what to do to jump in to save someone. Again, a lot of our lifeguards will jump into the pools to make a rescue. If they notice someone kind of more so freaking out, not so much drowning, they'll say they were drowning, but they weren't actually drowning, but we're going to act like they were drowning, and we're going to go in and we're going to make sure they're calm, and we'll bring them to the edge and everything. And a lot of it is just not being, to go, don't hold back. Don't question it. Are they struggling or not? You think they're struggling? Go, go. So there's a lot of skills in treading water is one. That's also an important skill for the lifeguards, but also we teach that in our swim lessons as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that one. Treading water.
Yeah.
It's a good one. I do that on the radio a lot.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be right back. It's the WSJM Morning Show, 747. The Moody on the Market update is next.
Partly sunny skies today. There are still slight chances of rain showers in the region, mostly to our east, though. We will see high temperatures today at 62. Partly cloudy and 47 overnight tonight. And tomorrow we're back to some sunshine. High temperatures getting back up near 70. We will be back in the mid-60s for highs on Thursday and Friday. I'm Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
It's the WSJM Morning Show. Good morning. 7:48 is the time. It's time for your Moody on the Market update. It's brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today. They are your local auto owner's insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. And on the Moody on the Market update, we talk about business updates. We talk about life in Southwest Michigan and why we love it here. We also talk about interesting people you should know. And I think we hit a couple of buckets here with Sammy Schaller and Marissa Beckman-Kolchas. They are here from the YMCA of Greater Michiana because May is National Water Safety Month. And if we're anything in Southwest Michigan, we're all about the water. We've got the inland lakes, we've got Lake Michigan, and we want to be safe when we're on the water. So thank you for coming in and sharing the information about National Water Safety Month, some water safety tips. I love the phones down, eyes up while you're at the pool. I mean, this is a campaign that the National YMCA is engaging, telling people, hey, phones down, eyes up at the swimming pool, because a lot of drowning happens when people are just inattentive to what's happening with their young people in the water. So phones down, eyes up. Remember that. Let's get T-shirts. Do we have T-shirts?
That would be way cool.
Let's do T-shirts.
I'll work on that.
All right, marketing person, T-shirts. I like red. Okay. But let's talk about a little bit about how the YMCA is making a difference. And one of the things that you offer, Sammy, that you were talking about is swim lessons.
Right.
What do we need to know about swim lessons, and what do we keep in mind?
We have different varieties of swim lessons that we offer everyone, offer the community. There we have group lessons, which is mainly for our 6-month to, I would say, 14-year-olds.
Okay.
Different kind of lessons, specific to their ages and levels. We run those in our sessions, so you do have to find the right time to sign up for them. However, if you're also looking for something where you're like, I want to get started right now, we offer some called private lessons or semi-private. Private is one-on-one with an instructor. Semi-private is 2-in-1 with an instructor. So meaning sign up at any time for those lessons, get going. It's usually a punch card of 5 or 6 lessons, and you set that up according to your own schedule. That's also what's nice about those lessons because everyone's so busy,
Yeah.
they have stuff going on. So they just set it up with the instructor and get going when they want to.
I love that. So you can do the group lesson,
Yep.
or you can do the semi-private where you just have
Yep.
a few other people,
Yep.
or you can do totally private one-on-one. You're
Yep.
going to be on my time. I want to learn how to swim
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
Okay.
We also offer in the summertime, these will be starting in June, 2-week lessons. We call them accelerated lessons.
Okay.
So they're over 2 weeks, Monday through Thursday, so 8 lessons total. And the nice thing with that is also in the summertime, we recognize that people have vacations, summer camps that they're going to. Summer's also a busy time for families. So this is a way for us to offer these swim lessons, do it in a 2-week span. So they're getting what they could get potentially in a 3-month span when doing group lessons, because those are only offered once a week.
Okay.
So yeah.
You brought up the magic words, summer camps.
Yeah.
You ready for summer?
Oh, I think we're ready. We're ready.
What does the YMCA of Greater Michiana have in store? Just give us a preview.
Oh, goodness. We have so much going on.
We have a lot of summer day camps.
Yeah.
So we have one at our Niles location called Summer My Way, which Sammy was a part of bringing on a long time ago.
Summer My Way. What is that?
It's a summer camp. It's a day camp. And would they offer, I think it's how many weeks? Like 8 weeks, I think.
I believe it's 8 weeks. It's June to August. So
Okay.
it fills majority of the summer gap.
Yeah. And each week they have a different theme of what they're doing. So
Do you do macaroni artwork?
I think some of them do, actually.
Okay. It's always fun.
And that's obviously geared towards the Niles community.
Okay.
And the kids there. I know we have a couple other camps.
Yeah, at our Benton Harbor St. Joseph location, we have Young Adventure Camp, which is for our younger kids. And then we have Gladawinta Camp, which is for our older generation.
Gladawinta?
Yes.
What is that?
It's another summer day camp.
Okay.
It's just another name for it. They all have their fun, unique names.
Nice.
We gotta spice it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And they do a lot. So even they do a lot of incorporate the swim lessons throughout those summer day camps as well. So they're able to go and learn how to swim while they're at camp. They go on field trips. They'll go to the blueberry farm, do some blueberry picking.
Nice.
I think they take a trip to the South Bend Cubs, do a game there. So it's a lot of fun. And then we have the YMCA O'Brien Center has a summer day camp for our South Bend region as well. The same thing, they incorporate some STEM in there. So they're kind of getting some learning activity throughout the summer as well as being outside. So all of these camps are focused to be outside as much as possible, weather dependent. So it's a great opportunity, and it's a relief for parents too, I think, to drop their kids off, know that they're having fun, they have care, and they're still kind of incorporating some learning into their summer as well.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have YMCA Camp Everhart, which is our overnight camp. We also offer day camp there as well.
Okay.
We have I want to say like 300 to 400 kids a week there.
Wow.
Over 100 counselors that we hire on just for the summer.
Okay.
It's amazing there. They have so many different programs for children. We have horseback riding, archery, water skiing, fishing, boats, canoes, kayaks, rock climbing, high rope course, land sports.
Do we have an adult version of this? Can we do that?
Yes,
I'm
adults
sold.
are welcome. We have we like to host corporate
retreats and such.
Retreats,
okay.
yes. So it's fun. It's like I said, it's my favorite office to go to in the summer.
How do people get more information? Yeah, you probably camp out there all summer long, don't you?
Right. Yes, work on my tan.
How do people get more information about all the different programs that you have at the YMCA?
Yeah, they can visit ymcagm.org. It has all of our programs, camps, registration, swim lessons, all the information's on there.
Okay, we're talking with Sammy Schaller and Marissa Beckman-Colchest. They're from the YMCA of Greater Michiana. We'll come back and wrap up this interview in just a moment right here on the WSJM Morning Show.
We're watching over you.
How we doing? Is this good?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Did it feel like an hour?
No, it
flew
went
by.
really fast.
See?
Flew
I know. I
by.
was like, oh gosh, an hour.
When they came in, to be totally transparent, when they came in, Sammy asked, So how long's the segment? And I said, segment? Well, we're calling ours segments. That's fine. No. So your PR person didn't say that, huh?
Maybe. I don't. I'm gonna have to look
You'll be there about
back.
2 minutes. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look back.
No, that's fine. No, well, you have a lot of great information to share, so I'm glad you spent the hour. And again, I really love this. Phones down, eyes up while at the pool or waterfront. Something that everyone needs to keep in mind. What else is happening around the YMCA? Any big new initiatives that you're looking forward to that you can share with us? Secrets?
Yeah, well, I'll say we have our golf classic coming up.
There we go.
Okay, let's talk about the golf classic.
It is June 13th on a Friday the 13th.
Oh, wow. Good
we
day.
actually have the Haunted House of Niles sponsoring us, so they're going to be on the 13th hole, and they're going to have
really
they're going
cool.
to have some
That will
fun
be-
stuff for
Will
us.
the green be black?
You're gonna have to come. They're gonna,
Okay.
We're gonna have to sign up to find out. It's gonna be.
Yes.
So when is it?
It's Friday, June 13th.
Okay.
You can sign up as a corporate sponsor. Or you can sign up as just a foursome. But this program or this event benefits our Live Strong program in South Bend, which is a 12-week free program for cancer survivors to go through and stay healthy and get strong, which is great. It's one of my favorite programs to,
absolutely.
to promote, just because it's such a great initiative to offer this free program for not just cancer survivors, but their families as well.
Yeah.
That's outstanding. And what course are you playing?
We are at El Bell in South Bend.
El Bell.
Yes.
I don't know where that one is.
It's a fun course.
It is
Yeah.
fun. There's a lot of wildlife.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that's pretty cool.
alligators and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Maybe some black cats on the 13th hole this time.
We some friends of mine and I we took a trip from here down to Florida to play golf once.
Mhm.
And we actually did see alligators on the course.
Oh, yeah.
They just hang out and
That's crazy.
Yeah.
they instruct you not to go mess with them.
Well,
if your
yeah.
ball goes around there, don't get
You
it.
lost the ball, right?
You lost the
Yeah,
ball.
yeah.
So that's fun. All right, I'm just doing a couple more things here and then I'll get us back on track for the morning show. Okay, I think we're in good shape. Nope, I'm not. I lied. 1 second here. Anything else that you want to mention this morning? Again, the website is ymcagm.org/aquatics for the water information.
We
Marissa, you were saying?
we do have a race for YMCA that's in St. Joe.
Oh, what is
That's
that?
a good one.
That's July, the third Saturday of July. I don't remember off the top of my head right now.
Okay.
But this event supports the Benton Harbor St. Joseph YMCA. So all registrations, fees will go back to the Benton Harbor St. Joe Y, which will support scholarships and financial assistance for any programs at the St. Joe Y or memberships. As
Okay.
well. 19th. July 19th.
Okay, so it's the third Saturday in July, and the event is called again
The Race for YMCA.
the Race for YMCA. And again, for more information on that, do they go to just the basic ymcagm.org?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so everything is there for all the places. I love it. Very central. Okay, we'll be back in just a moment. It's the WSJM Morning Show. We'll wrap up this interview and get into news from ABC, and then our local WSJM newsroom will also have the weather forecast. It's coming up right here on WSJM.
Trust the people that care, who know how to do it right the first time. All you need to do is work with McGee's once to see the difference, and they'll be the first call every time. Feel at ease with McGee's. Call today for your estimate.
Feel at ease with McGee's.
Your local Bryant Factory authorized dealer.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
From the Pat Moody Studios, this is WSJM FM Benton Harbor St. Joseph, a product of Midwest Family Marketing and Media. Proudly serving our community. The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
7:59. We're just before 8 o'clock. We'll get ABC News here in just a moment. Thank you to Sammy Schaller and Marissa Beckman-Colchess. Thank you both for coming in from the YMCA of Greater Michiana. One line for each. What do you want the audience to remember about the YMCA?
We are community. We're here for you.
Okay. I love that.
We have something for everyone. Yep.
Okay, we are a community. We're here for you, and we have something for everyone. If you want more information, I love that, more information about the YMCA of Greater Michiana, go to www.ymcagm, that stands for Greater Michiana, by the way, ymcagm.org, and you can get more information. May is National Water Safety Month. Please be safe out there, and if you remember nothing else, phones down, eyes up while you're at the pool or the waterfront, because it takes just a few seconds for tragedy to happen. So once again, thank you all for joining us. It's 8 o'clock.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Some passengers still stuck at Newark International